Hello, my name is Sophia, and today I'm going to talk about aquaculture and fish farming. What is aquaculture? Aquaculture is raising freshwater and saltwater organisms under controlled conditions. Geothermal energy is thermal energy that is stored and generated in the earth. Thermal energy determines the temperature of matter. 16 countries use geothermal energy for aquaculture. Some of these countries are China, Israel, and the United States. Geothermal energy causes the water to be warmer, which allows fish to grow all year round and mature quicker. Different types of farming are mariculture, oyster, shrimp, fish, and aquaculture. Mariculture is a type of aquaculture. Mariculture is specifically practiced in marine environments and underwater habitats. Shrimp farming is when they farm shrimp. Starting in the 1970s till now, shrimp farming has grown and expanded. In 2003, $9 billion was spent on fish farming. 90% of the U.S. shrimp consumption is farmed and imported. 75% of shrimp is farmed in Asia. Shrimp farming is becoming more and more popular because of the high demands from Western countries in Asia. Oyster farming is when they farm oysters. Oysters are farmed for two reasons. One reason being for their pearls, the other being for human consumption. Ornamental fish farming is just another way to categorize a lot of fish. Some fish that are farmed are carp, salmons, and other cyprids. Aquaculture can be used for many reasons, including production of food ingredients like omega-3 fatty acids or natural food colorants/dyes. Food, fertilizer, bioplastics, chemical feedstock, and agua fuel. Aquaculture and fish farming are very big in China. In 2004, China was the biggest producer of aquaculture. But from 2004 to 2007, their aquaculture and fish farming has increased 70%. China dominates the world's output. Their output is double the rest of the world's. Threats that aquaculture impose are fish waste, pollution, salmon becoming overaggressive, netting materials, and mangrove communities. Fish waste collects at the bottom of the ocean, therefore eliminating damaging bottom-dwelling life. Waste can decrease the dissolved oxygen levels in the water column, therefore causing more pressure on the wildlife. The pollution from the netting materials is causing the water to be too dirty for other organisms to live in. Because of aquaculture, salmons are high in demand. Therefore, they are making genetically modified salmon. The genetically modified salmon is shown to be more aggressive than their relatives. These are some threats that aquaculture imposes. Netting material is a major threat for the fish living around the area. Netting materials consist of nylon, polyester, plastic-coated wire rubber, padded rope products, and steel and copper. These items are picked for many different reasons, some being for flexibility, cost, and strength. Copper and zinc are the most important material in the aquaculture business. Copper prevents bifouling. Bifouling is when undesirable accumulation of growth of organisms, plants, algae, tube worms, and barnacles and mollusks occur. Being able to kill the bacteria causes the net to be changed less often, therefore saving money. The resistance of organisms' growth on copper causes the tanks to stay cleaner and healthier for the organisms to live in. Even though the tanks are resistant to organism growth, they do not help the environment. Because of toxic buildup, which consists of zinc and copper at the bottom of the ocean, aquaculture spots have to be changed every 10 years. Mangrove communities have been strongly affected by aquaculture. Since 1980, about 20% of mangrove communities have been destroyed, mostly because of shrimp farming. For 4 decades, about 660,000 acres of mangrove communities has been turned into shrimp farms. Most of the farms are abandoned within a decade because of toxic buildup and loss in nutrients. The extra waste/discharge goes straight into the water. The waste and the discharge contain antibiotics and pesticides that can very easily kill the fish. Fish farming has strict rules that were created by Farm Welfare Council. They want it all to be humane. They created the rules that are called 5 freedoms. The 5 freedoms consist of freedom of hunger and thirst, freedom of discomfort, freedom of pain, disease, and injury, freedom to express normal behavior, and freedom of fear and distress. The controversy is whether the fish can tell that the environment is fake and actually feel pain. A recent study shows that fish can sense the noxious stimuli, and so they are likely to experience a pain, fear, and/or distress. Here are my sources that I used to help make this video. The end. Thank you for listening.